Abraham Lincoln was not only the president who won the American Civil War and abolished slavery, but also a leader who pioneered many revolutionary changes in history. But did you know that Lincoln, whom we mostly know as a president, was also an engineering genius and the only U.S. president to hold a patent? Lincoln holds the distinction of being the only president in U.S. history to be granted a patent. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in Kentucky. Growing up in poverty with limited formal education, Lincoln became known for his self-taught reading skills. His intellect and determination led him to become a law student and eventually an attorney. However, these achievements were just stepping stones to a higher office. When Lincoln began his presidency in 1861, America was on the brink of civil war. The nation was divided between the North, which sought the abolition of slavery, and the South, which wanted to preserve it. Lincoln went to war with the goal of preserving the Union. The Civil War raged on for 4 years, with brutal battles and tremendous loss of life. Lincoln exercised strategic leadership, making crucial decisions to ensure the Union's victory. One of his most famous victories came at the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863, followed by the Gettysburg Address, where he not only celebrated a military success, but also reinforced ideals of freedom and equality. One of Lincoln's most significant achievements during his presidency was the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which declared the abolition of slavery in all Southern states and was a major step toward freeing America from the institution of slavery. But Lincoln didn't stop there. He pushed through the 13th Amendment in 1865, which abolished slavery throughout the country. Lincoln's reforms weren't just limited to slavery. To fund the Civil War, he implemented the first federal income tax, revolutionizing the American financial system. Additionally, his Homestead Act opened up land in the West to settlers, strengthening the agricultural economy. When the war ended, one of Lincoln's greatest challenges began, integrating the Southern states back into the Union. His forgiveness over punishment policy was an important step in rebuilding the nation after the war. This approach to the South helped secure the long-awaited social peace in America. Lincoln also established the Freedmen's Bureau to assist freed slaves with education, healthcare, and employment. In doing so, he wasn't just a war leader, but also a champion for human rights and social justice. In 1865, just hours before his assassination, Lincoln signed the law creating the U.S. Secret Service on April 14th. This marked a significant moment in American security history, and Lincoln had taken steps to ensure the nation's protection in the face of future threats. Additionally, Lincoln was photographed on the day he took the presidential oath. This was his first photograph. Interestingly, John Wilkes Booth, his assassin, was present in the background of that very photograph. This image became not only a historical snapshot, but also a symbol of the tragic future that awaited. Lincoln was assassinated in 1865, but his legacy continues to resonate in America and around the world today. His abolition of slavery, the restoration of the Union, and his fight for equality made him one of the greatest leaders in history. Today, Lincoln is seen as a symbol of freedom, justice, and popular sovereignty in America. Abraham Lincoln was not just a wartime leader, a revolutionary, and a president. He was also an innovator and a patent-holding leader. He was not only the president who helped rebuild America, but also a figure who shaped history. Lincoln's life and legacy carve out the portrait of one of the most important figures in world history. Lincoln's reforms, including ending slavery, shaped America's future and highlighted the global importance of equality and freedom.